fight, and they are coming to put a beating on the Howlets. So Major Basin was saying if the Howlets lose all of their 3 matches against Major Basin's opponents, then they will be fired officially and not have a chance of getting their jobs back.
We got a one right in front there! I heard once the twins can feel each other's pain. Let's find out. We got your attention yet?
Just so far from here.
Here's what you all need to understand. The Howlets are at the front of the line.
Howlets, if we see you, we're gonna kick your face off. And that's a promise. So when you peel yourself off that hospital bed, we'll be here waiting.
So this is a warning! This is a warning to the royal blood! We are going to burn you to the ground! We are going to leave you a bloody pulp inside that ring! And we are going to make sure that anytime anyone thinks about the NWL, they think about the name Howlets!
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to the National Wrestling League. It is main event time here in the Scottish Rite Temple. The Royal Blood are going to go one-on-one with the Howlets in a tables match.
And we know what the stipulation is. There's 3 matches that Major Basin, the president of the NWL, gave the Howlets to try to beat the Royal Blood to get their contracts. This is match 2, and I think this is going to be it for them. They're going to win and get their contracts back.
Whoa! Whoa! During their entrance, here come the Howlets attacking the Royal Blood on the stage right in front of our video screen. And what are they? Oh! Flips her into a forearm and a pump cross kick. Floors the Royal Blood. And the Howlets mean business here tonight. They want their jobs back.
That was the greatest entrance Royal Blood has ever had. And look at this, table set up all around the ring. And Ben, as you know, both members of the tag team individually have to go through, or at the same time, go through tables. If one goes through, the match is not over yet. The other one has to go through as well. Standard table match, tag team rules.
That's right, it's important that all the fans know that both members of the team have to go through a table for this matchup to be over with. And I predict that the Howlets are going to be feeling a lot of wood here tonight.
Come on. You know what? The Royal Blood are... oh, look at this. No.
Hurricane Rana almost sends him to the outside.
Thank goodness Lionel was there to move that table. Otherwise, Marco would have gone straight through it.
And the Royal Blood firing, looks like going over the top rope.
Already?
Code hello on both members of the Howlets. The Royal Blood want to be done with this infection. They want to be done with the infection that is known as the Howlets here in the NWL. And quite frankly, I cannot wait for the day where the Howlets lose their jobs and we can be rid of them permanently.
Hey, look, all it takes is Royal Blood to beat in 3 matches in a row. Isn't that all it is? They're not going to win this tables match. You got 2 big men. Royal Blood are going to, yes, they're aerial tacticians. They can do a lot of stuff. But you know what? We will see if the 2 larger men in this group are going to pick them up and throw them like little babies through these tables.
Looks like he's focusing, Jax Royal focusing his attack on Marco Howlett. Grabbing the foot right now, trying to give his cousin Marco some space, and he kicks one of them off, and a discus forearm lays out Jax on the apron. Jet Royal still laying on the stage. I haven't seen Jet Royal in a minute. He might be laying near the apron. He might be seriously injured.
Hopefully he is. He'll be easier to throw through a table, and the Howlets can get their contracts back, and then they can start doing what they say they're going to do.
Speaking of throwing him through a table, this could be a powerbomb through the table by Marco Hallow to Jax Royal. Oh, and a punch right to the face. I thought that hit right in the bridge of the nose. And Jax Royal just got powerbombed through the table. And that makes it one Royal Blood more needs to go through the table, and the Howlets get their jobs back.
Jax Royal through a table very early in this match. I mean, it could be over very soon. Jet Royal finally seeing what happened to his brother over there. He knows he's in deep trouble as his brother's in a heap of wood and metal. And go and attack Jet right now.
Jax Royal, did you see that table explode on impact? That power bomb thrown from the apron had so much velocity that he basically went directly through that table and onto the concrete floor.
Well, he's going to be out for a while. Let's say that. Let's see if Jet Royal can take on two big men by himself without the brother or their little 450 splash. Look at that. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can come back from these odds.
I don't think many men in the NWL could take on both members of the Howlets and survive to tell about it by themselves. This does not look good for the Royal Blood or the rest of us, because if the Howlets get their jobs back, we're all up that creek without a paddle.
And President Major Basin sitting at ringside watching this, so hoping that his little golden boys, Royal Blood, are going to win this and take out the Howlets once and for all. But I'm sorry, Major, it's not going to happen tonight.
Lionel Howlett going underneath the ring, pulling out yet another table.
How many tables are there here?
I don't even want to know. The carnage and the destruction of this match is going to speak for itself. And Jet Royal has to find a way to rally, or the Howlets are going to put him through that table and secure their jobs back.
Pretty sure that they're going to be full-fledged employees of the NWL very soon, Lionel and Marco Howlett. We just saw Amber Lynn beat up Amanda Cole.
And then get beat up by Marty Bell. Don't
yeah, she
forget
got
about
attacked
that.
by Marty Bell. Maybe she'll come out here and help them take out the Royal Blood. Hey, there's no rules here, are there?
Jet Royal getting beat down by the Howlets here. Every time he tries to mount a little bit of offense, these two jackals, these two vultures start picking at the carcass after they beat him up. I mean, that's all these guys do. They're just they take advantage of any situation they can to try to pick up victories here in the NWL.
Look at this. They should suplex him right through that table. Come on, finish it off. Oh, come on.
Double suplex.
They would have just turned that just a little bit. It's over. Come on, guys.
What the Howlets are trying to do is inflict more punishment on a tag team that they hate in the Royal Blood. They knew they could have probably won this match, but instead they want to end the Royal Blood career.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Regardless of what happens, you know they could have won it right there. They could have won it, what are we in, 4 or 5 minutes into this match? It could have been done. Royal Blood, the Golden Boys, they're taken out in 5 minutes, basically.
Look at Jet Royal fighting his way out with a couple of kicks. Beautiful drop kick. Sends Marco Howlett reeling into the corner. What is Jet Royal climbing on top of that table?
No.
What is he doing here? Him and Lionel Howlett are jockeying for position on that top rope.
Just throw him through it, come on.
If Jet Royal gets put through this table, that is it for the Royal Blood.
So
and the Howlets get there.
No.
Oh my gosh, so close. He backflipped over that table and gets German suplex into the turnbuckle, and a cannonball for good measure, and a reverse cannonball crushes Jet Royal into that turnbuckle.
Look at that. That's the most devastating tag team in pro wrestling today. They're taking out Royal Blood like they're newcomers here, not just Major Basin's best buddies.
Come on, Major Basin. You know, Ryan, as well as anybody, that the Howlets have caused chaos and fear since their arrival in the NWL, and you can't even agree with all the tactics that these guys, all the crimes that these guys have perpetrated.
No, just because they yelled at Major's 2 younger daughters doesn't mean that he should make this personal, okay? Look at him just stomping the back of Jet. What's Major going to do about this? He going to walk in there?
Let's not count
that white collar he has, he's not getting in there.
Let's not count the times that they assaulted the Royal Blood in basements and boiler rooms and parking lots. These guys are criminals, and a criminal element has no place here in the National Wrestling League.
They wanted to send a message to Major Basin, and I think they got his attention. Okay, Ben? That's exactly what they did. Burning shirts, beating up them with chains and pipes and all that. That's all because Major Basin has not been giving them the respect they deserve, and they want to take over NWLKC, basically, and they basically have. They've already destroyed half this tag team. The other half's about to go through a table that's standing up in the corner.
How much of the Howletts Kool-Aid have you been drinking? Goodness gracious, it seems like you view the world in a much different way than the rest of us. No matter that, the Howletts continue their assault on Jet Royal. We have not seen Jax since he got powerbombed to the outside through that table. I don't know if Jax is going to be able to come back in this matchup.
No, I think he's out. He's done. He went through that table. It's destroyed over there. Like I said, he's writhing in pain over there in the metal and wood. I mean, now you have Jet trying to take both the Howletts out at this point. Look, you say I look at things differently. I look at it like Major Basin does not. Look at that.
Oh, running up that table. Great balance. And drills both Howletts with a DDT. Great balance shown by Jet Royal.
How scary was that? He scaled that table. If Jet Royal would have been walking up that and breaking it, technically, I think he loses. That took some balls right there. It really did.
Definitely took a lot of intestinal fortitude to fight back on both of the Howletts. The Howletts have been completely dominant in this match and are leading one Royal Blood. If they put Jet through that table, like I said, it's over. The Howletts have yet to go through the tables here tonight.
Jet Royal now finding a way to take out both men or stun both men at this point. Ducks under that. Come on, guys.
Double clothesline sends both of the Howletts to the canvas. And that table slumps over in the corner. And Jet Royal doing his darndest to find a beautiful drop kick to fight on both of the Howletts. And with drop kicks like that, he actually stands a chance.
Back and forth it goes. Both these guys in trouble. Look at this.
What is he doing here? Blockbuster. And he inadvertently, the Howletts get spiked. What a maneuver by the Royal Blood Jet here.
Jack's still out. Jet doing all this damage by himself, and he essentially has to take both these men out in two different tables, or I guess if he could stack them on top of each other and take them out, then he would be victorious for Royal Blood, and the Howletts lose their chance to get a job back in the NWL, and I'm sure Major Basin would be so happy with that.
What is Jet Royal doing going to the top rope? Both Howletts are staggered on the outside. Jet Royal, wow, flips on both of the Howletts to the floor, and all three men are laying prone on the floor of the Scottish Rite Temple.
Let's face it, Jet Royal needs to stop flipping outside the ring and put one of these guys through a table, because he continues to inflict pain on himself when he does that. He has both these men stunned. He has to do something. He has to take both of them out. You better start doing it. And here finally, rising from the dead is Jax.
Jax Royal finally getting back up to his feet after being powerbombed through that table. And quite frankly, he looks a little woozy. So he's going to need a couple more minutes, I would imagine, to gather himself. But he doesn't have the luxury of time. They have to put away the Howletts here tonight.
Marco sort of stunned in the middle of the ring. Lionel outside. And look, the brothers working together to get that table up. Who they plan on taking out first, if they can even do it. You say I look through different viewpoints of the Howletts, by the way. I just think Major Basin continues to say everything that the Howletts do is wrong and everything that the Royal Blood does is right. I just think he's completely biased against the Howletts. Yes, the Howletts have had to do a couple extreme things to get noticed here in the company, but I mean, that's normal. Most bosses would look at that as a positive.
Drop kick by Jax Royal as Jet rains down right hands into the top of the head. Major Basin wants to get rid of the Howletts because the Howletts are a cancer. They're a cancer that needs to be removed from the NWL. He doesn't just want to get rid of a tag team. He wants to get rid of someone who could destroy his entire company. You should be grateful for that.
Oh, yeah, turn it on me. Turn the heat on me. No, I agree.
Oh, standing shooting star press. Nicely executed.
This all goes back to when Royal Blood had the very first press conference when they joined NWL, and they've ever since have been treated like spoiled little brats here at this company.
Well, they're going for a double super kick and sends him crashing through a table. That is one Howlett and one Royal Blood have gone through a table, and Lionel is laying prone after crashing through that table.
Lionel Howlett out now. So now we're down to Jet Royal and Marco Howlett. One of those two, the next one that goes through a table, the team would be victorious that puts them through. And we'll see if this does not look good now. Both Royals involved at this point.
Snap suplex takes Marco Howlett over, and now it's both Royal Bloods. Nice moonsault press there. Both Royal Blood are looking to take out Marco Howlett, and the tables have really turned in the last few minutes of this match, and I can see the Howlett's job slipping away from him, and gosh darn it, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Can you be a little bit more biased against the Howlets yourself? I mean,
Oh, spike DDT drills Marco into the center of the ring, and look at the look on his face. He knows that he is almost there, that Jax has almost eliminated the Howlets from our lives.
Come on, Marco, you could not go through a table. Let's put Jax Jet Royal through a table and we'll be done with this. I mean, you get your jobs back. You should be, come on, you've done so much to get to this position with this company. You deserve this, boys.
What if the Howlets do win, Ryan? What if they do win and we lose our jobs because they burn this place to the ground?
Can you be a little bit more dramatic?
Like they said they were going to. They said they were going to burn the NWL to the ground.
It was
and
figurative.
If they accomplish that, then we lose our jobs.
Look at no, this is horrible. Look.
That's maybe why you're kissing their butt so much so you don't lose your job. If he puts him through this table, it's over. He shoves him off, and there it is.
No, that was Lionel Howlett. He moved Mark out of the way, and Lionel went through it. You can't put the same guy through twice.
Lionel Howlett getting put through the table again. Marco's saying that wasn't me. The match continues here because, like we stated, each member of the Howlet or the Royal Blood have to get put through that table for this match to be over. And so Marco has been put through the table 2 times.
Lionel has. It was Lionel. Lionel, as you saw, how smart was that? I mean, it was almost over. Marco was right for the picket. They were going to put him through it. And finally, you were giving him no credit. Lionel runs up there, throws his brother off, his cousin off, and he takes another table shot. This was great. That was brilliant. And now he's going to have now Marco now with the momentum. This is going to be good.
This is how much the Howlets want to keep their jobs. Lionel sacrificing his body to make sure Marco doesn't get put through that table and that they don't lose their jobs. These Howlets want to stay here in the NWL.
Howlets do not have contracts signed, but they will get them after the conclusion of this match. When they
apron power bomb. Slamming Jets back first right on that apron, the hardest part of the ring, and Marco Howlett knows he is just a few moments away. He wants to set up another table, drive Jet through that table, and put this match to rest and keep their jobs.
I have seen the evolution of Royal Blood, Jet and Jax, even before NWL. They have worked so hard for moments like this, but I'm going to tell you what though, Ben, there's no way that they're going to be able to take out just the intense anger and hatred and everything that has the momentum going for the Howlets. There's so much more, just like in a fight in a bar. The guy that has more anger and is crazier are going to be victorious, and that's what the Howlets have over these pretty boys, Royal Blood.
The Royal Blood are not only fighting for Kansas City, but they're fighting for the NWL. The Howlets, though, are backed into a corner, and sometimes nothing is more dangerous than when a man is backed into a corner and he was trying to suplex him through that table. He super kicks him. Marco teetering on the edge of that table after the super kick. Oh, now he lays down. Marco has been laid out on that table, and with a few right hands to the face, he is laying prone on that table, just falls off.
No, get him off. Look at that, take it off the turnbuckle cover.
What are they going for here? Could this be it?
No.
Could they put him through a table and secure the second victory
Marco.
in the best of 3 series? And the match is over after a 450 splash, and he puts Marco through the table.
Your winners, the Royal Blood!
The Royal Blood have won and put one more notch, one more victory in the column for the Royal Blood. If they win the next match, the Howlets are finished.
Yeah, did you see the smile on Major Bason's face?
That's right.
That was horrible.
That's right.
Could you
He
be a little
should be happy?
Could you be a little bit more for your boys, Royal Blood? He doesn't care about actual competition here.
That's 2.
Look at it, loading.
Major Basin sending a message to Marco Howlett saying that's two, because he knows he can feel it. The Royal Blood just needs one more victory, and the Howlets are gone.
I thought that Lionel Howlett's move of taking that second table shot was going to be the turning point. Such a smart maneuver for him to extend this match so the Royal Blood would not win at that point, but it just horrible. They take that 450 splash off the top. Marco finally going through that table, and I cannot believe Royal Blood standing still and keeping Howlett out of having employment in NWL.
All the fans here in the Scottish Rite Temple, along with Major Basin, and you know what, I gotta be honest, even myself, I am so happy that the Royal Blood won the second matchup, and they are so close to ending the career of Marco Lionel Howlett. I have no idea what's gonna happen next time here in the Major Basin again throwing the sign saying two, that's two, and there you see the Royal Blood Jet Jacks Royal, who barely survived this tables match against a team like the Howlets.
And Major Basin continues to hang around. What's he got to say? He's already gloated the Howlets facing up.
Give me one more for the Royal Blood! Ladies and gentlemen, that is 2 out of 3 matches. And as you know, I get to pick the stipulation for the third match.
Great.
The third match will be right here, 2 weeks from tonight, May 27th. And it will be a ladder match.
What?
Yes.
A ladder match?
Absolutely.
You know what? I'll even put your contracts hanging up there for you.
Well, you heard the press. We got to get out of here. For Ryan McGillicuddy, I'm Ben Miller. We'll see you next time on the National Wrestling League, Kansas City.